Hello, health champions. Welcome to Wellness Wisdom. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 superfoods that destroy inflammation. We'll jump right into the list in no particular order. Grass-fed meat and organ meats are first because they're food sources with very concentrated nutrients. These meats come from animals that have been raised on a natural diet, which significantly enhances their nutritional profile. They're very rich in B12, zinc, iron, vitamin A, and choline. These nutrients are essential for various bodily functions, including energy production, immune support, and brain health. This is especially true for organ meats. Organ meats like liver, heart, and kidneys are nutrient powerhouses, often containing higher concentrations of vitamins and minerals than muscle meats. When we say meat, we're referring to all forms of animal meat. This includes beef, lamb, pork, and even poultry, all of which can be grass-fed and offer similar benefits. Regarding inflammation, it's important that these meats have an extremely low insulin impact. They hardly trigger blood sugar at all. This makes them an excellent choice for maintaining stable energy levels throughout the day. This helps reverse insulin resistance, one of the primary causes of chronic inflammation. By incorporating these meats into your diet, you can support better metabolic health. Meat is also extremely well tolerated, and very few people have allergic or sensitivity reactions to it. This makes it a reliable protein source for most people. If you don't tolerate meat, it's likely due to weak digestion, which can often be improved with hydrochloric acid support. Digestive enzymes and probiotics can also aid in better digestion and nutrient absorption. When we talk about superfoods, we need to be clear about how we think about them. Superfoods are often marketed as miracle solutions, promising to solve all our health issues with just a few bites. But is that really the case? There's an old saying, "Let food be thy medicine," from Hippocrates. This ancient wisdom emphasizes the importance of diet in maintaining health and preventing disease. It's a sound principle, but over the last 50 to 100 years, we've distorted its meaning. The rise of the pharmaceutical industry and the convenience of modern medicine have shifted our focus. Today, it's often interpreted through a pill mentality, the idea that if you have a problem, you take something, even if natural, and expect the symptom to disappear. This quick-fix approach is appealing, but flawed. This approach doesn't address the root causes of health problems. Instead, it merely masks the symptoms, leaving the underlying issues unresolved. We've transferred this mindset to food and natural remedies, but it's not effective. Just like with pills, we expect immediate results without making necessary lifestyle changes. You can't sprinkle turmeric on a donut and expect health benefits. True health comes from a balanced diet and consistent healthy habits. A notable example is when Coca-Cola released Diet Coke Plus with added vitamins in 2007. It was marketed as a healthier option, but the reality was far from it. It was eventually pulled from the market because it was misleading. Adding synthetic vitamins to a chemical beverage doesn't make it healthy. This serves as a reminder that true health cannot be achieved through shortcuts. To truly fight inflammation, we need to remove the causes. That means reversing insulin resistance, correcting nutrient deficiencies, improving gut health, lowering oxidative stress, reducing toxic burden from chemicals and metals, and resolving food reactions. It's not about magic herbs. It's about eating a balanced mix of real foods. This can include both animal and plant foods. Certain herbs and spices can enhance this foundation, but they're not substitutes for it. Wild-caught fish is another anti-inflammatory food. Like meat, it's nutrient-dense and has a low glycemic and insulin response. What makes fish special is its high content of EPA and DHA, long-chain fatty acids needed for building cell membranes. These fatty acids are anti-inflammatory and help reduce cytokines like TNF-alpha and interleukin-6. Most people have an imbalanced omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, often around 20-1, when it should be closer to 1-1 or 4-1. To fix this, you need to eat more omega-3s and also reduce seed oil intake. And no, goldfish crackers don't count as seafood. Healthy fats are another category of inflammation-fighting foods. These fats are essential for maintaining overall health and well-being. They play a crucial role in reducing inflammation, which is linked to many chronic diseases. These include extra virgin olive oil, avocado and avocado oil, grass-fed butter, and ghee. Each of these fats has unique properties that contribute to their health benefits. Coconut oil, lard, tallow, and duck fat are also excellent sources of healthy fats. These fats are stable and don't promote inflammation. Replacing processed fats and seed oils with these can greatly reduce inflammation. Processed fats and seed oils are often high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can promote inflammation when consumed in excess. Coconut oil, though mostly saturated, contains beneficial medium-chain triglycerides. These triglycerides are easily digested and can provide a quick source of energy. Grass-fed butter contains butyrate and other short-chain fatty acids that are good for gut health. Butyrate is known to support the health of the gut lining and reduce inflammation in the digestive tract. Olive oil offers antioxidants like oleocanthal, which has anti-inflammatory properties similar to ibuprofen. While grass-fed beef fat includes conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a natural trans fat with health benefits, very different from harmful artificial trans fats in margarine. CLA has been shown to have various health benefits, including supporting weight loss and improving immune function. By incorporating these healthy fats into your diet, you can support your body's natural ability to fight inflammation and promote overall health. Non-starchy vegetables are also vital for reducing inflammation. Two important groups are cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts, and the allium family, which includes garlic, onions, leeks, shallots, chives, and scallions. These contain organosulfur compounds, especially allicin and garlic, which are powerful anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial agents. These compounds support liver detoxification and help create glutathione, the body's main intracellular antioxidant. They also support gut health by promoting bile production, feeding good bacteria, and killing harmful bacteria that produce inflammatory toxins like lipopolysaccharides or LPS. Berries are another superfood group, particularly raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, and blueberries. These fruits are low in sugar, high in fiber, and packed with polyphenols. While polyphenols aren't nutrients in the traditional sense, they help feed the gut microbiome, which in turn supports brain health, blood vessels, and overall immune balance. Pasture-raised eggs are one of the most complete foods available. They are rich in choline, which supports liver health and inflammation control. Eggs also contain selenium, an antioxidant, and vitamin D, which plays a role in hundreds of bodily functions. They include lutein, a powerful antioxidant that's particularly important for brain, immune, and eye health. Bone broth and collagen-rich cuts like beef shank chuck roast, oxtail short ribs, and pork shoulder are excellent for gut and immune health. These cuts are tough and need to be slow-cooked for hours to become tender. In doing so, they release collagen and beneficial amino acids like glycine proline and glutamine, which support gut lining repair and immune modulation. Fermented foods such as kefir, yogurt, kimchi, and sauerkraut are also essential. These foods provide probiotics, the beneficial bacteria themselves, unlike prebiotics, which just feed the bacteria. Gut balance is crucial for tolerating foods and avoiding inflammatory reactions. Many inflammatory conditions stem from poor digestion and imbalanced gut bacteria. Improving gut balance can be one of the most effective ways to reduce chronic inflammation. Lastly, while not a food in the traditional sense, green tea, particularly matcha, is a powerful addition to an anti-inflammatory diet. Green tea contains EGGG, epigallocatechin gallate, an antioxidant with numerous benefits. It helps reduce inflammation, lowers blood sugar, supports the brain and liver, stimulates fat burning, and protects the gut. Matcha has the highest EGCG content of any green tea, along with 60 to 80 milligrams of caffeine per cup. It's nutrient-dense because it's shade-grown, selectively harvested, and ground into a fine powder so you consume the entire leaf. That's why you're getting so many nutrients out of it. The next one on the list is called gyokuro, which is similar in that it is shade-grown and they pick the very earliest leaves, but you don't consume the whole leaf. You steep it in water. So you're going to get a similar amount of caffeine and you're going to get a lot of the EGCG, but not all of it. Both of these types, matcha and gyokuro, are much more expensive because of how they have to be produced and handled. Most of the high-quality green tea that you're probably getting is called sencha. That's the most common green tea in Japan. And here you're still getting a fair amount. You're getting significantly less, 20 to 40 milligrams of caffeine, but still a decent amount of EGCG. For most people, sencha is their everyday drinking variety. But if you buy something unspecified, chances are you're going to get a lot of bancha, which they just grind a little and put in a tea bag. You're going to get 10 to 20 milligrams of caffeine and 10 to 25 milligrams of EGCG. So there's still some benefit, but you're down to about 10 to 15% of what you could get with matcha. Bancha is cheaper because it's harvested toward the end of the season when they pick the remaining leaves. Here's something important to be aware of, which they often don't tell you. Many companies on Amazon that sell good teas also sell decaf green tea. They claim it still has tremendous antioxidant benefits, but that's not true. When they decaffeinate it and bring caffeine down to 2 to 5 milligrams, they also bring EGCG down to the same range. So, you're not really getting any antioxidant benefit, unless you just enjoy the flavor. But if you're drinking green tea for the benefits, you want to go for the top 2 types if you want that boost, or stick with sencha for everyday use. One important point with green tea, if you're trying to get these benefits, is to brew it at a slightly lower temperature than other teas, around 160 to 175 degrees Fahrenheit, or 70 to 80 degrees Celsius. EGCG and other beneficial compounds can actually be destroyed if the temperature is too high. Number 10 on the list is turmeric. This is a powerful compound with a long history of health benefits. But we need to understand that it works in 2 different ways, which we'll cover in detail. The active compound in turmeric is curcumin, but it's very poorly absorbed. It's fat-soluble, so it doesn't mix well with the body's water-based fluids. When you eat turmeric, less than 1% of it is actually absorbed. Even with concentrated extracts, you might get 1 to 2%. Let's break this down. You eat turmeric, it enters your gut, and ideally some of it gets absorbed into your bloodstream. But only about 1% actually makes it past the gut wall. To improve absorption, black pepper is often added. It does help, but it works by making the gut membrane more permeable, which isn't always a good thing. Too much permeability can lead to leaky gut, which is something you want to avoid. Even if some curcumin gets into the bloodstream, the liver quickly breaks it down. The liver conjugates or chemically alters fat-soluble compounds to make them water-soluble for elimination. This includes curcumin. Once conjugated, it becomes inactive and gets flushed out. So by the time it's supposed to enter your cells, almost none of it makes it through. So if almost none of it gets into cells, why does turmeric have such a great reputation? Because the benefits actually come from what it does in the gut. Almost all of it stays there. In the gut, turmeric can help balance bacteria, increase short-chain fatty acids, which feed healthy bacteria, reduce inflammation, and help repair the gut lining. Gut bacteria can also convert turmeric into more active forms like tetrahydrocurcumin and dihydrocurcumin, which are even more potent antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. This has been especially helpful for people with inflammatory bowel disease, where turmeric can help reduce inflammation, leaky gut, and the amount of harmful lipopolysaccharides. So even though turmeric mostly works in the gut, it's still very powerful and has a long history in traditional Eastern and Ayurvedic medicine. But what if we could get curcumin into cells? That's where newer formulations come in. The goal is to make it water-soluble and stable without deactivating it, so it can enter the bloodstream and cells. One of my favorite companies, Standard Process, makes natural whole food supplements. They've developed a proprietary method to bind curcumin to soluble fiber from fenugreek, creating what they call a hydrogel. This protects the curcumin and makes it absorbable, increasing its bioavailability by 25 to 45 times. That means you'd only need to take 1 pill instead of 45 to get the same effect. Why go through this trouble? Because curcumin, when it does get into the cells, has tremendous benefits. Recent studies show that properly packaged curcumin can cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce both systemic and neuroinflammation. It has been shown to significantly improve mood, memory, and cognitive function, issues often tied to chronic low-grade brain inflammation. Blood tests also show reductions in inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and oxidized LDL, and improvements in blood vessel health and fatty liver markers. Two products worth noting are Turmeric Forte and NeuroRegenex, both from Standard Process via their MediHerb line. Turmeric Forte is great for general inflammation, muscle aches, joint pain, etc. A high starting dose is 4 pills per day, which is like taking 150 regular turmeric capsules, and a maintenance dose is 1 to 2. NeuroRegenex includes slightly less turmeric, but adds herbs that support circulation and delivery to the brain. It's best for cognitive issues like brain fog and neuroinflammation. An 8-week study showed that people taking 6 NeuroRegenex pills per day had a 50% reduction in depression after just 4 weeks, and most reported full resolution by the end of the study. These were not mild cases, but serious clinical depression in people who had been on medication for years. But remember, this isn't about replacing meds with a pill. Don't fall into the pill mentality. These supplements work best as part of a healthy lifestyle. Long-term results come from addressing the root causes, like toxins, insulin resistance, and poor diet. You can't expect turmeric and green tea to save you if you're still living on donuts, margaritas, and processed foods. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel for more simple health tips that make a big difference. And while you're at it, tap the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay healthy and keep smiling.